Hello and welcome to the Prop Master's Handbook. Today we'll be building Master Luke's lightsaber.
Beep 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 beep.
Yes, R2, I know you'll be building, but I'll be translating.
Beep 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 beep.
Switch off. Materials for this prop include cardboard, aluminium tape, duct tape, a cardboard tube, a 1/2-inch diameter dowel rod, a handsaw, adhesive foam squares, a black marker, red and green ink pens, black and antique copper acrylic paint, a compass, scissors, an X-Acto blade, a pen or pencil, and a great deal of patience. First, use the compass to draw several circles. You'll need circles with a diameter of 2 1/4 inches, 2 inches, 1 1/2 inches, 1 3/4 inches, and 1 1/4 inches. In addition, each will need a 1/2-inch circle in the middle. Cut out all the template pieces and use an X-Acto blade to cut out the middle sections. Remember to use caution when using an X-Acto blade! Alright, so for this prop you're going to need a ton of the circles. We'll break it down by section. For the top section you'll need 1 2/4 inch circle, 3 2-inch circles, and 5 1 3/4 inch circles. For the second section you'll need 3 1 1/2 inch circles, 1 1 3/4 inch circle, and another 1 1/2 inch circle. For the third section, you'll need 18 1 1/4 inch circles and 18 1 3/4 inch circles. For the fourth section, 1 1/4 inch circle, 25 1 3/4 inch circles, and 16 1 3/4 inch circles with the igniter piece. For the final section, you'll need 6 2-inch circles and 3 1 3/4 inch circles. It will take a while to cut out all of these pieces, but you'll have a sturdier finished product at the end of it. The pieces with the igniter are the same as the 1 3/4 inch circles, but they have a 1-inch rectangle coming off the side. The cog circles are 2-inch circles with a small circle drawn inside. Here's the pattern you'll need to draw and cut out.
Beep beep beep. Beep 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 beep.
So, initial preparations are done. Now we're going to continue doing one section at a time. For each section, we'll layer the circles and superglue them together. Glue the pieces in section 1 in the following order, making sure the middle holes are aligned. Glue the 5 1 3/4 inch circles together and make sure they fit tight on the dowel rod. Glue the 3 2-inch circles together. Wrap the 2 1/4 inch circle in aluminium tape. Wrap the other two components as well. Now on to section 2. Repeat the glue process for this section. Glue the 3 1 1/2 inch circles together. Wrap the piece and the other two in aluminium tape. For the third section, glue the pieces in the following order. A 1 1/4 inch circle, followed by 2 1 3/4 inch circles, followed by another 1 1/4 inch circle. Wrap the piece in aluminium tape and repeat 8 more times for a total of 9. The next step is a spacer step. Use extra cardboard to create 3 more 1 3/4 inch circles and 2 1 1/4 inch circles. Glue them together and wrap in aluminium tape and set the piece aside. For the fourth section, glue the 16 igniter pieces together. Duct tape around the circle for extra stability and wrap the igniter in aluminium tape. The second part of section 4 is entirely up to you. It is comprised of as many 1 3/4 inch pieces as you think there should be. Just know that you'll need to size the dowel rod accordingly.
Beep beep beep. Beep 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 beep.
R2 says he used 12 circles for his. Glue the pieces together and wrap the entire thing in duct tape. Cut a paper towel roll to the same length as both pieces and cut it lengthwise. A 1/4 inch from the side, cut a rectangle so the igniter can fit through. Place the section 4 pieces inside the cardboard tube and duct tape it in place. Cut a small section of the remaining tube to complete the circle so there's not a gap. Wrap the entire piece in aluminium tape. For the final section, glue the 6 cog pieces together and wrap them in aluminium tape. Create a final cap with 3 more 1 3/4 inch pieces and a circle with no middle cut out of the bottom. Wrap the piece in aluminium tape. Measure the foot of your dowel rod. For safety, add a couple of inches and cut the piece. Slide all of the pieces onto the dowel rod in this order. Section 1 has 3 pieces, Section 2 has 3 pieces, Section 3 has 9 pieces, Section 4 has 1. Mark off the sections where the dowel rod will be visible. And now it's time for paint. Paint all of the pieces from Section 3 black on both sides, including the spacer piece. It is helpful to put the pieces on the end of a spare piece of the dowel rod. Paint the single 1 1/2 inch circle from Section 2 black as well. Paint the triple 1 1/2 inch circle piece from Section 2 with the antique copper. Of the 2 marked off areas of the dowel rod, paint the topmost with the antique copper. Paint the bottom section black. Once everything is dry, cut 9 long strips of aluminium tape and run them along the edge of the 9 pieces of Section 3. Place all the components back on the dowel rod . Leave about a 1/2 inch exposed at the top. Cut off any excess on the dowel. On one bracket of the cog piece, duct tape a keychain loop through the circle to serve as a belt clip. Conceal the duct tape with the aluminium tape. Place the cog piece on the hilt and superglue the sides and edge of the dowel rod. Place the cap on quickly and allow the superglue to dry. Replace the Section 2 components on the opposite end. Superglue the surfaces as you place each component. If there is not a component below, superglue the rod and slide the piece on the surface. Wrap the emitter at the top with aluminium tape. As a last detail, paint the top of the igniter with the copper paint. Cut a small rectangle out of the adhesive foam square and place it on the side of the igniter. Color it black. Cut 2 small triangles out of an adhesive foam square and place them next to the black rectangle. Color them red and green. Use the black marker to draw horizontal lines on the top of the igniter. Congratulations! You have built your lightsaber and mastered the Jedi arts. May the Force be with you. Thank you for joining us for our series of Star Wars props. We hope you enjoyed them and look forward to many more in the future.
Beep 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 beep.
You're quite right, H2. We should get our tickets to The Force Awakens immediately. See you next time!